Whether you're grabbing your morning coffee or catching up during your commute, you've landed in the right place for some real talk about what's actually happening in our industry. This is Auto Intelligence, produced by Auto Agentic AI. And I'm Steve.
And I'm Claire. New episodes drop every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. And honestly, the response to our last episode has been incredible. We're seeing our audience grow week over week, and your engagement is what keeps us digging deeper into these topics that matter.
Absolutely. And speaking of digging deeper, remember our recent episode, The AI Employment Revolution. What actually is happening to our jobs versus what was predicted? Well, today we're taking that conversation to the next level. We've got fresh data from August 2025 that shows exactly which jobs are disappearing, which ones are transforming, and most importantly, what you can do about it.
This isn't just theory anymore, Steve. We're talking about real numbers from McKinsey, PwC, World Economic Forum, and the automotive sector. It's right in the thick of this transformation. Some of what we found is going to surprise you.
Before we dive in, let me set the stage with something that caught my attention. Between 2015 and 2022, headlines were screaming that robots are taking our jobs. McKinsey predicted up to 800 million global jobs lost to automation by 2030. Goldman Sachs forecasted 300 million layoffs. But here's what's actually happening in mid-2025.
The reality is so much more nuanced. According to the latest research, only 14 to 20% of North American workers report job loss primarily due to AI and automation in the past 2 years. But here's the kicker. There are 1.1 to 1.3 jobs being created for each job eliminated, especially in digitally transformed sectors.
That's fascinating, Claire, because it means the story isn't mass unemployment. It's unprecedented job churn. Every occupation is changing as AI automates the routine stuff and human workers shift to more creative, strategic, or relationship-focused tasks.
Exactly. And Dr. Monique Patel, a workforce researcher at IRPP, put it perfectly when she said, "We thought the future would be all job losses overnight. But the real story is relentless transformation. It's not about robots beating us, but about who adapts fastest."
Now let's talk about what's actually happening with productivity and wages, because this is where the story gets really interesting. According to PwC's 2025 Global AI Jobs Barometer, productivity in AI-exposed sectors is up nearly 5 times since 2018, especially in finance, manufacturing, healthcare administration, and professional services.
But there's a wage story here too, Steve. We're seeing significant wage polarization. Workers with AI skills are seeing wage premiums up to 56%. That's double that of non-AI peers within the same job class.
And there's this sector winner-take-most dynamic happening. Companies and geographies quickest to adopt AI have both higher job and wage growth, but they're leaving some regions behind.
The takeaway here is crucial for our listeners. The sky isn't falling, but it's changing fast. Those who upskill, pivot, and integrate AI into their methods thrive. Those exposed and unable or unwilling to make the shift face the highest risk.
So let's get specific about who's actually at risk right now. The first wave of AI replacement is hitting hardest in office and administrative support. We're talking clerks, data entry workers, payroll specialists, schedulers, and basic receptionists.
The numbers are stark. North America has eliminated 7.5 million of these roles, according to PwC and SSRN. Canada's job bank data shows a 22% annual decrease in admin support job postings since 2021. The automated tools range from AI voice receptionists to fully automated payroll and HRIS platforms.
And the timeline? Most remaining functions will be automated by 2027. That's not far away.
Manufacturing and assembly tell a similar story, but with nuances that matter for our automotive audience. Assembly line workers, visual inspectors, low-skill logistics handlers, they're seeing major displacement.
U.S. and Canadian automakers have reduced line headcount by up to 30% since 2018. But here's what's fascinating. Asian automakers, notably in Korea and Japan, now report dark factories where 80% or more of assembly occurs with little human intervention.
However, and this is crucial, robot supervisor, maintenance tech, and automation data analyst roles are up by double digits. By 2028, up to half of traditional repetitive plant floor manufacturing roles may be automated in industrialized nations.
Customer service and retail are getting hit hard too. 80% of Tier 1 queries are now handled by AI chatbots, according to Gartner. Self-checkout and just walk-out stores reduce the need for cashiers. Major Canadian retail chains like Loblaws and Canadian Tire implement AI for end-to-end store operations.
Most first-line customer service jobs will be automated by 2027. Financial and routine legal services are seeing similar disruption. Paralegals, legal assistants, tax preparers, back-office accountants, they're all at risk.
Large accounting firms like PwC and Deloitte now automate document review, contract analysis, audits. Entry-level legal research roles are shrinking, replaced by AI-augmented paralegal positions or eliminated entirely. We're looking at a further 30% reduction in support and administration jobs in this sector by 2029.
Transportation and warehousing affects our entire automotive ecosystem. Truck drivers, both long-haul and city courier, warehouse pickers, they're seeing AI-powered route optimization, autonomous vehicles, and drone delivery pilot programs expand.
Amazon and major Canadian logistics hubs in Vaughan and Calgary reduce manual labor but hire for robotics maintenance, fleet analytics, and network monitoring. The timeline here is crucial. The research suggests 50 to 70% of manual transport roles may be phased out or transformed by the early 2030s, but that's pending regulatory shifts. It's not happening overnight. Now let's flip the script and talk about the opportunities, because while some jobs are disappearing, others are getting supercharged by AI. Knowledge and professional services, doctors, nurses, lawyers, consultants, engineers, financial planners, they're seeing their roles transformed, not eliminated.
Here's how AI is changing these jobs. AI undertakes routine analysis like contract prep, risk modeling, and summarizing information, while professionals interpret, strategize, and build relationships. Take finance as a case study.
AI reconciles accounts, monitors fraud, builds portfolio first drafts. But humans, they interpret outputs, manage relationships, steer big picture decisions. In healthcare, AI reads scans and predicts medication interactions, but humans diagnose, build trust, and plan patient care.
And then we have these hybrid and new occupations emerging. AI product manager, prompt engineer, data translator/AI interpreter, AI adoption specialist, automation supervisor, AI experience designer in retail, entertainment, and digital services.
Job postings with these roles have grown by over 350% since 2021, according to LinkedIn Economic Graph, July 2025. Education is transforming too. Routine grading and scheduling gets automated, but teachers focus on adaptive learning, student mentorship, and EdTech integration.
New roles include digital curriculum architect, AI classroom facilitator, student engagement analyst. Skilled trades and hands-on professions follow a change model where AI supports planning like blueprint reading and diagnostics, while humans execute complex, non-routine, or emergency tasks.
Here's a great automotive example. Diagnostic AI now predicts 85% of vehicle faults before arrival at shops. Human mechanics specialize in electric vehicles, custom repairs, or last-mile troubleshooting, commanding premium pay.
Skilled trades like electricians, plumbers, machinery operators use AI for design, troubleshooting, energy optimization, or workload management. They're still in demand due to hands-on complexity, aging infrastructure, and unpredictable work contexts.
Service, sales, and relationship-based work see AI providing lead generation, product matching, and customer data insights. Human sales professionals close deals, resolve escalations, and foster loyalty. Creative and artistic work has AI writing drafts, generating music or art, and suggesting edits.
But human creatives direct, curate, and innovate in branding, strategy, and original content where authenticity and narrative are valued. Let's get really specific about automotive transformation. 13 of the world's top 15 car makers now run lights-out manufacturing lines for standard vehicle platforms.
Canadian automaker Magna doubled its hiring of AI supervisors and robotics engineers from 2022 to 2025. Nearly all old assembly jobs are replaced by higher-wage system operator, maintenance, and data integration roles.
In dealerships, service bays use predictive maintenance and AI-powered diagnostics, but human techs still perform hands-on repair and consultation. Sales floors have routine customer engagement, follow-ups, and appointment bookings handled by virtual agents, while relationship-based selling remains human-dominated but AI-augmented.
Back office operations see inventory and CRM as AI managed, with staff focusing on high-value customer advocacy, financing, and personalization. The workforce reality is telling. Workers laid off from assembly are successfully retrained for robotics maintenance, process quality, or moved into digital fleet and logistics jobs.
But only with coordinated retraining initiatives. Resistance is highest in rural or older plants. Urban superfactories and progressive dealerships report higher retention and satisfaction post-reskilling.
Healthcare in Ontario reports 30 to 50% of nurses' time freed for patient care after deployment of scheduling, routine documentation, and logistics AI systems. New role growth includes patient data analysts, AI workflow integrators, telemedicine engagement staff.
Finance shows a split. Large language models have reduced headcount at major banks in auditing by 18% in Toronto and Montreal. Simultaneously, job postings surge for AI compliance, regulatory analytics, and digital trust management, areas requiring cross-domain expertise.
Logistics and retail paint the picture clearly. Major Canadian retailers see cashiers and shelf stockers drop by 15% year on year, but jobs grow in inventory optimization, digital customer support, and supply chain analytics. Warehouse handlers diminish, while robotics engineers, AGV autonomous guided vehicle maintenance, and operations analytics jobs expand.
Education shows Canadian K-12 and post-secondary TA and grading support job postings down 12% since 2021, but hiring of digital curriculum designers and AI integration specialists up 32%. School districts implementing AI literacy across grade levels position education as an adaptive rather than risk sector.
This brings us to a crucial question. How did the predictions go wrong? We overestimated technological determinism. The old thinking was, if it can be automated, it will. But the reality is most organizations struggle with implementation, regulation, and human trust, slow adoption.
Perfect example. Robo-advisors grew, but financial advisors are still employed in record numbers as clients value human expertise on high-stakes decisions. We underestimated human adaptability too.
Companies that retrain beat those that automate and fire. Firms that upskill workers as technology rolls out keep higher productivity and lower churn, according to McKinsey. Workers are proven to switch trades and sectors if given sufficient support, with older, lower-skilled, and rural workers needing the most assistance.
There's the adoption overhang. For every 10 automation-capable tools, only 4 to 5 reach mainstream use in the first 5 years, owing to integration difficulty, workforce resistance, or changing business priorities.
Geography, gender, and demography matter enormously. Women and certain minorities are disproportionately in high automation risk jobs: admin, clerical, lower-wage manufacturing. Higher resilience exists in regions and sectors with strong apprenticeship cultures, union engagement in reskilling, and technology-positive leadership.
You're listening to Auto Intelligence, brought to you by AutoAgentic,
the platform transforming automotive retail with intelligent, human-centered AI. What truly sets AutoAgentic apart is our human-centered, consultative approach. We're LLM agnostic, deeply trained on the nuances of the automotive industry, and we partner closely with OEMs and dealer groups to ensure AI implementation is practical, effective, and aligned with real-world goals.
Because true agentic AI isn't just about automation, it's about strategic thinking, collaborative planning, and operational integration. That's why we're known as the most human AI company in automotive retail. We don't just deliver tech, we deliver trusted guidance. Now back to today's topic.
So what's the human playbook? How do you future-proof your career? For at-risk workers in admin, basic manufacturing, support roles, upskill immediately. Pursue AI literacy, workflow tech, data platforms, seek internal pivots. Move from doer to overseer of AI systems.
Join industry retraining and public upskilling programs. Build a personal brand showing adaptability and a track record of learning. For highly transformed or hybrid roles in finance, health, dealership service, knowledge work, become an AI power user and shaper, not just a consumer.
Focus on human-only skills: empathy, judgment, negotiation, synthesis, creativity. lead process and culture change. Those who coach others through transformation fast-track their value.
For influenced but not replaced jobs in trades, creative fields, skilled service, advanced repair, master new digital tools, and stay up to date on tech adoption. Double down on customer intimacy, creative strategy, and specialist certifications. Consider roles in mentoring and training, sharing knowledge with new AI-enhanced generations.
General recommendations for all workers. AI literacy from basic to advanced. Understand the AI tools in your sector. Data fluency, how to read, interpret, and act on analytics. Project and change management. Navigating disrupted workflows and leading innovation.
Interpersonal skills, communication, collaboration, resilience, and emotional intelligence. Ethics and digital trust, knowing the risks and boundaries of AI, especially in regulated industries.
There's a policy and employer mandate here. Canadian and global policy should prioritize right to retraining and fund transitions for at-risk workers, especially women and minority communities overrepresented in routine roles.
Employers with the best retention and productivity develop job ladders into hybrid AI-enhanced roles and support inter-industry mobility. Ongoing skills verification, micro-credentialing, and lifelong education are vital, just as literacy was in the Industrial Revolution.
Let's look ahead to 2027 and 2030. Manufacturing and auto will see routine roles vanishing, but 2 to 3 new high-skill jobs in AI ops, robotics, and analytics for every traditional job lost. Superfactories will be the global norm by 2029.
Canada specifically, urban plants move faster, but with strong union management reskilling pacts. Healthcare will see medical record, scheduling, and support jobs reduced, but massive growth in patient care, mental health, and tech-enabled diagnostics. Home care and senior health remain human-dominated safe havens.
Finance and professional services will replace entry-level with automation, but see higher demand for hybrid analysts, AI ethicists, and compliance leaders. Advisory, planning, and complex risk remain human-led.
Retail and service automate checkouts and order management while brand, loyalty, omnichannel, and last-mile human service jobs rise. Customer experience becomes a premium function demanding higher human touch.
Education sees teachers become tech integrators, mentors, and digital pedagogues. EdTech design and curriculum analytics roles multiply. The school without teachers scenario is highly unlikely.
The AI revolution is neither a mass cull nor a job creation miracle. It is, as July 2025 proves, an era of profound churn, a grinding, ceaseless process of role replacement, rebirth, and recalibration. The best workplaces, cities, and workers are those who run toward the transformation, not away from it.
Embrace lifelong learning. If you learned Python in 2021, learn prompt engineering in 2025, and data storytelling by 2027. Work above the machine. Don't just use AI, shape its outputs, design its impact, and take responsibility for human consequences.
Prioritize hybrid capabilities. Your most future-proof self is half digital, half deeply human, analytic and creative, precise and empathic. Expect and accept a career journey, not a static path. A nurse may become a patient data coach, an assembler, a robotics analyst, a teacher, an edtech designer.
The past 5 years have proven that humans and machines aren't locked in a zero-sum duel. Where jobs vanish, opportunity, meaning, and new forms of value-adding work arise for those who adapt. The future, broadly, is this. Not job loss, but relentless reinvention, led by those willing to ride the next wave.
You know what gives me hope about all this research? The past 5 years have proven that humans and machines aren't locked in a zero-sum duel. Where jobs vanish, opportunity, meaning, and new forms of value-adding work arise for those who adapt.
The future isn't job loss, it's relentless reinvention, led by those willing to ride the next wave. And in automotive specifically, we're seeing this play out in real time. The companies and workers embracing this change are thriving.
What hit me hardest from this research was that productivity in AI-exposed sectors is up nearly 5 times since 2018, especially in manufacturing and professional services. The wage polarization is real, though. Workers with AI skills see wage premiums up to 56% compared to non-AI peers in the same job class.
That's the opportunity and the challenge. It's not just about keeping your job, it's about positioning yourself for the premium roles that emerge. The companies and geographies quickest to adopt AI have both higher job and wage growth, but they're leaving some regions behind.
Which brings us back to our automotive audience. Whether you're in manufacturing, at a dealership, in service, or anywhere in the supply chain, the transformation is happening now. The question isn't whether it'll affect you, but whether you'll lead it or get left behind.
And here's my personal take. After diving deep into this research, I'm more optimistic than I was after our last episode. Yes, there's disruption. Yes, some jobs are disappearing. But the human adaptability and the new opportunities emerging, they're remarkable.
I agree completely. The key insight is that this isn't happening to us. We're part of shaping it. Every conversation like this one, every skill we develop, every adaptation we make, we're writing the future of work together.
Before we wrap up, I want to address something for our listeners who might be feeling anxious about all this. Change is scary, especially when it affects your livelihood. But remember, we're not passive observers. The data shows that proactive adaptation works.
Absolutely. And if you're in automotive, you're in one of the sectors with the most opportunity for positive transformation. The key is starting now. Don't wait for the change to happen to you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into what's really happening to jobs in 2025. The conversation doesn't end here, though. We'd love to hear your thoughts, your experiences, your questions about how AI is affecting your work.
Definitely. And speaking of conversations, we want to thank our growing audience. Your engagement, your feedback, your shares, they mean everything to us and help us tackle the topics that matter most to you.
This episode was produced by the team at Autoagentic. Learn more at autoagentic.ai. We especially want to thank our producer, Barry Hillier, co-founder and CEO of Autoagentic AI, whose vision and support make these conversations possible.
If you'd like to reach out with suggestions, thoughts on topics, or general feedback, email us at barry@autoagentic.ai. Barry is always looking for exciting new topics, companies, and people shaping mobility and the future of our industry.
Until next time, keep adapting, keep learning, and remember, the future of work isn't something that happens to us. It's something we create together.
Thanks for tuning in to Auto Intelligence. We'll see you Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for more insights that matter to your career and our industry.